Welcome to the F1 Time Portal, a Formula One history podcast by a couple of friends that love Formula One. I'm your host, Rosa.
And I'm your London calling host, Luigi. And today we are rating drivers from 1979 for our special ReDo series, the Time Portal Championship. This is part one. So let's go.
Luigi, and I'm going to say hello straight off to Nacho, who's with us today.
Hello, long time no see. It's
I
been
know.
it's been like what, since 1965, was it? We haven't seen each other.
Yeah, I don't think you've not featured for a long time.
Well,
I think it was in the 60s.
Yeah, and it must have been because when Nacho was looking at this, he said, there's 15 races. He was acting shocked. And that made me
Yes.
realize, it's been a while then.
Yeah, I think the last time we did was like maybe 8 or 9 races at the most.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Nacho's been in POV episodes, by the way, but not these ReDo ones. So yeah,
Has he been in POV?
Yeah, a couple. I think you do Los Angeles or
I
can't
don't
remember.
know.
The last
I wasn't
time-
invited. No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he wasn't in POV. The last time he was on was 1967.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
So that was the home
Yeah,
and
Denny
Repco.
Holm.
That was the Denny Holm year. Yes.
I would go so far as to say I don't think there's a single driver from 67 driving in 79.
I like
I
it
would,
that you guys
I
call
would
me
say
when
that you're correct.
you guys call me when there's Argentinians in the mix, so I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I just
Yes,
thought
that's true.
One driver could be in that category. I just realised. I think Michael Andretti may have been driving in 67.
Oh,
He
yes.
may have done 1 or 2 races. You know what he was like.
He may have, yes. He was part-time for a long time, wasn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah, okay.
there you go.
All right. Well, welcome, Nacho and Luigi, London Calling.
Just a good song from 79.
Yeah,
That's it.
I like it.
You know the song?
I think so. Who sings it?
The Clash.
Oh,
No, okay. If you Google it or YouTube it, whatever, you'll immediately know
okay.
it. Trust me.
All right.
So yeah,
Okay.
this is our era of music. Nacho might even know it. I don't know. Nacho, London Calling by The Clash.
London calling, something like this. Eh?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, shall we get to business? An interesting season. We've just reviewed. Rosa and I have reviewed 79. And Nacho, that was 8 episodes to review the 79 season, just so you know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start. The race reviews are a bit long in some instances, so I have tried to shorten them, but I'm going to start with Argentina.
Okay, but I was just going to say one thing before you start, maybe just a recap for those, because I guess some people are listening to this in order, and in theory they haven't heard this for about 2 months. So just a reminder to them, this is a series where we redo the results based on what we think should have happened versus what did happen, and then we do the ultimate. We check if the champion that we chose matches who did win. Because who we think wins is the real winner, really.
We're rewriting history.
Yeah.
And we've had some doozies. But yeah, so we'll see how this season goes.
Yeah. Sterling Moss, 4-time world champion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Race 1, Argentina. Most people expected the Lotus cars driven by defending champion Andretti and his new teammate Reutemann to dominate, but to many people's surprise, it was the Ligier team that dominated qualifying, with Lafitte on pole ahead of Depailler, leaving home favourite Reutemann to qualify third, Jarrier fourth ahead of Scheckter. Lafitte led at the start, with Depailler following, but the two men starting on the third row, Watson in the McLaren collided with Scheckter's Ferrari at the very first 2 corners, creating chaos behind. The resulting accident involved Peroni, Tombe, Piquet, Merzaria and Andretti. Piquet was taken to hospital with dislocated toes. The race restarted after the mess was cleared, and this time Depailler set off into the lead, with Jarrier's Tyrrell and Watson in his spare car following him. But soon Lafitte was up to second, and a few laps later he took the lead from Depailler. The Ligiers drove away, whereas Jarier struggled and dropped down the order with engine troubles, leaving Watson third before he was passed by recovering Reutemann. Reutemann drove a stirring race in front of his home crowd, but it wasn't enough as Lafitte went on and won comfortably. Teammate Depailler suffered a misfire and dropped to fourth, leaving Reutemann second and Watson third. Okay, Nacho, over to you.
Oh, thank you. First, it's so nice. It's so funny to hear how you say Reutemann.
Yeah, is it? How am
how
I
do you
meant to
say
say it?
We
Reutemann.
say Reutemann.
Reutemann. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
this is the
Can you
Spanish
say it?
pronunciation.
Can you say it again?
Reutemann.
Oh gosh.
But that's the Spanish
Reutemann.
Reutemann must be like German, maybe.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. But
Yes.
this is the Spanish pronunciation, or to be specific, the Argentinian one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll try and remember.
Can I ask you a side question, Nacho? This is totally off topic, but talking about Spanish pronunciation, the Spanish speak differently to the Argentinian Spanish because the original Spanish, they had to copy a lisp from the king or something.
I have no idea. I just know that
What?
it's completely different. They have that's the Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they say Barcelona, because the king had a lisp and he made the language reflect the way he said it. Now, I don't know if that's true, but
Okay.
anyway.
I love it. So I'm gonna take it as if it's true, and then I can I can make fun of my Spanish friends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get back to business because Reutemann, if I said it right, probably features.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think to everybody's disappointment, I haven't put him first. I thought, okay, maybe, he's Argentinian. I just put him first because.
Yes.
But I just think that if he just did like a dominant race, like he was in pole, even after kind of the carnage on the first few laps, he really kind of dominated from the beginning. So it was really tough to really back Carlos to be the first one. So I'll put Latifi. And actually, just I need some context. Is this Latifi the grandpa of kind of current Latifi?
No. Well, it's actually Lafitte. I got this confused too,
Oh, it's
Nacho.
Lafitte.
It's
Oh my
Lafitte.
God,
And
that's
no
so
relation to Latifi.
Oh, we don't
I
know.
know.
We don't know, but most
No, it's a
unlikely.
totally different name.
Oh my God,
Latifi.
But you never know. He could be a godfather. He could be some cousin.
Oh, come on.
That is
No.
that is so
Lafitte.
bad. Yeah, Lafitte.
Yeah.
Lafitte. Yeah.
Lafitte. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. After that, I'm gonna say goodbye and not talk about anything else.
No, that's okay. I mispronounced it Reutemann, so you can get
No, that's
Lafitte
good.
and Latifi.
Lafitte, so
I got
bad.
them
Okay.
confused too.
Getting back. I am gonna put Carlos second, not only because he's Argentinian, but also like he did one of the best recovery drives of the whole weekend. So I think it's just like there's so much pressure being the home driver, so I think second place is really, really strong. But on third place, I would put Depailler. He should have been like third, maybe second, but then that mechanical failure. It's so sad when things are going your way and then the just car breaks down.
Okay, I've got no issues.
No, none from me either. Very solid. Nacho, very solid opening.
So my top three is the same. And Nacho, FYI, we normally go third, second, first to build the tension. Like, who have they picked? Sure,
it's been so long.
Yes.
So I had Depailler in third for finishing fourth in a misfiring car. Yeah, he finished fourth, but I gave him third. I put Reutemann in second. Yes, he came second. He doesn't yet know that Lotus is not a great car. He doesn't know it's a car that's going to get sort of worse as the year goes on. So I called the fact he was driving a dog. So let's throw the dog a bone. And he beat his defending champion teammate Andretti, which is pretty impressive in a new team. And I gave Lafitte pole first is the no-brainer. Pole by over 1 second ahead of Depailler, and still won the race despite a poor start. So yeah, no concerns from me there.
Well, I can't complain too much from your tips and Nacho's because I've got the exact same drivers. I put them in a little bit different order though. I've got Reutemann third, Depailler second, and Lafitte first. Pretty much the same reasons as what you guys gave. I mean, Lafitte had the pole, fastest lap, a win, and he led every lap. So you couldn't not put him first. And I just thought Depailler deserved second, except for his car problems. So I gave him second.
Yeah.
There you go. So
we
all had the same three.
Yeah.
All right. So after the first race, we've got Lafitte in the lead on 24 points. Reutemann second on 16 and Depailler third on 14. Off to
Brazil. So the Legios were in top form again. Lafitte taking pole comfortably with Depailler alongside. So the second row featured the Lotuses of Reutemann, I'd say Reutemann because it's easy, and Andretti. And in the third row, the Ferraris of Villeneuve and Scheckter. So Lafitte was able to lead right from the first corner, with Reutemann taking second from Depailler. But Depailler regained the place soon after, and Andretti also passed his teammate to take third. Andretti, however, soon retired with a misfire, and so Reutemann was back in third. Behind them came Scheckter and Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi then overtook Scheckter and moved to fourth. Fittipaldi then attacked Reutemann while behind from them. Scheckter came under pressure from Pironi. Pironi got ahead, but then spun and found himself behind again. He repeated the overtaking manoeuvre and began to pull away from the Ferrari. On the 22nd lap, Fittipaldi's fine charge ended when a rear wheel worked itself loose and he had to pit. Lafitte dominated as he had in Buenos Aires, completing his clean sweep of the South American segment of this Formula One season, although he was pushed by Depailler all the way. So they came 1-2. Reutemann finished third. Pironi a persistent fourth from eighth on the grid. And a special call out to Rosa. Rosa always has a go at me for writing overly long short race reviews. And these are the longest I've ever seen of all time.
I know. So. I do correct that. I do change some of them. But anyway, yes.
Okay. Over to you, Nacho. Your top three and why? Starting with third.
This was tough. But I'm going to put Fittipaldi third. I mean, again, like losing a rear wheel, and he was coming through the field, like on a not great car. So yeah, I kind of have to give him the third. For my second, I'm gonna give it to Depailler. Strong start. He did lose second place at some point, but he did recover it. So you can't really say he did better than Carlos. And finally, I mean, there's no contestant but Latifi Lafayette as number one. I mean, win from pole, huge gap. There's not much to say.
Yep. No resistance from me.
No.
Yep. Third, I had Ligier. Yeah, I had Ligier third. Getting a 1-2 and winning the first two races of the season is a really great outcome and use of that new Ford Cosworth engine to them. I'm not sure if this was their first win. I don't think so, but just a great start. Fittipaldi, I put him in second, and Rosa knows that's a lot for me. So he qualified ninth and battling for third in a terrible car. Unlucky to have car issues and slip right down. But one quick mention is I think Fittipaldi gets 1 point for the whole season. So the mere fact he was up to third in this race, this is like the only time we're going to talk about him all year. So that's it.
Yeah.
He gets
And-
extra points.
Yeah. So that's probably pushed him from third to second. And Lafitte first for the obvious reasons that you've just said, Nacho. I don't need to repeat them.
So, what did you say? This you don't know if this is Ligier's first win. It's their second.
No, I know. I mean the double, right? They've won the first two races.
Oh, the 1-2.
Yeah, but I couldn't. I'm sure this is their first one too. I'm predicting, but I don't know if it's their first win prior to this year. I have to double check. It's funny, Rosa. We've done all the race reviews, but it doesn't mean we remember everything.
No, we don't remember everything.
I'll look that up while you're doing yours.
Okay. Well, in third place, I went for a bit of a smoky. I went for Peroni. I put him there. He was 8th and he got to 4th. He caught and passed the Ferrari of Scheckter twice, which was pretty persistent. Like he spun and didn't maintain it the first time round, but he did it the second time. So I've put him in third. I've put Fittipaldi second. He was up in third in this race, but his bad car took over again. So I've put him in second, and who knows? He might have got second. Who came second? Oh, the Depay. I didn't put Depay. I left Depay out. I put Lafitte in my first spot. He had pole. 7 seconds he shaved off last year's pole time. Got the fastest lap, the win, and he led every lap again. So you really can't go past him as the number one driver for this race. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
No issues there. And I just checked, Ligier's first win was in 77. So the Argentina, which was Jacques Lafitte back in 77, that's Sweden. But Jacques Lafitte won, obviously, Argentina and Brazil, what we've just covered. So this was their second and third win of their history.
Okay, there you go. And the first one too, I'm assuming.
I assume. We know it wasn't Argentina. I don't think it was Sweden.
No.
No, I really doubt it. They may have only even had one car.
Yeah. Okay, so after 2 races, we have Lafitte in the lead on 48, Depay second on 20, and Reutemann third, equal with Fittipaldi on 16. All right. We are off to South Africa for the third race. So qualifying resulted in the old non-ground effect Renault RS1 of Jabouillet on pole position, ahead of the Ferraris of Scheckter and Villeneuve. Lauda was 4th fastest in the Brabham, while Depay 5th and Lafitte 6th. At race start, Jabouillet stayed ahead of Scheckter and Villeneuve, even banging wheels through the first 2 corners. Within a few moments, however, a cloudburst resulted in the race being stopped. But before that happened, Villeneuve had managed to get ahead of Scheckter and Jabouillet. As a result, he was on pole for the restart. Villeneuve was able to build up a lead, but as the track dried, it became clear that those who had gambled on slicks were in a much better position, and Scheckter took the lead when Villeneuve pitted on lap 15. He rejoined second, ahead of Tombe and Piquet. Villeneuve charged after Scheckter. Scheckter looked well set for a home win until he had to pit for new tyres, handing the lead back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve won the race with Scheckter close behind and Jarier taking the final spot on the podium. Right, Nacho, what do you think?
Oh, this was a tricky one. I think I put third Jabouillet. I mean, he had a very inferior car, not this ground effect one. He took pole position, which is no mean feat, and he did kind of lead through the first couple of laps. So I think it's just a really strong performance for a car that was probably not there with the top teams. In terms of my seconds, I put Jody Scheckter. The Ferrari.
Scheckter, yeah, that's right.
Scheckter. Okay,
It's
that's
funny.
good.
It's funny how Nacho struggles with the easy names.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he
I
only
have no
goes
idea.
well with Villeneuve and and
Yes.
Reutemann, but
Yeah.
Scheckter, you can't really pronounce it any other way. But anyway,
I
No.
don't know. There's too many S's and H's and K's. Not
Yeah.
normal for the Spanish Spanish language. Um, Look, he had like a great race, like good strategy, like gambling on slicks during the restart. Um, like even though at the end, like he kind of finishes close second. I think just making that gamble was what almost put him on the win. So yeah, I'm giving him my second, and
Mm.
my number one would be Villeneuve. Like he had like really good showed really good pace and like on wet and dry conditions. Very very aggressive during the race. But like he won in a really chaotic start, dealing with a horsepower disadvantage, and made him the number one in this race, right?
Mm.
yep,
Yep.
no. I'm surprised with Jabouillet a little bit. I don't recall him
Yeah.
being up there after the start though. But then I can't talk. I've given
Yeah.
rankings to
Yeah.
people that went out of the first corner. So, but my new conservative Luigi resists that now.
Okay.
I don't like this. Who is this person?
Yeah.
Yeah, who is that?
But otherwise, I was happy. Rosa, no
Yeah,
issues there.
I also left Jabouillet out of mine, and I was
Mm,
surprised to see him there. But
mm.
yeah, look, he did outperform. I accepted your reasoning, Nacho. It was solid
He
solid
got pole.
reasoning.
He got
He
pole
got
Yeah, he
Paul
did. He
in a
Yeah.
got
very
pole. Yep.
in a
Yep.
worse car, It's like it's
Yeah,
like I
that's
don't know,
right.
like
Yeah.
nowadays Max get a pole, you know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so mine, I've got in third place Jarier. He went from ninth to third in that race, in what is not a great Tyrrell. This is not peak Tyrrell period. So I thought I'd recognise that. I put Scheckter second and Villeneuve first. And I think, Rosa, this was the race, just correct me if I'm wrong, where Villeneuve basically pitted early and said, I'll catch you with fresh tyres and reel you in. And then Scheckter did the same thing back. But the thing is, Scheckter didn't have it in him to take the lead back again.
No, that's right.
So
Exactly.
for that reason, not only does Villeneuve get first for winning the race, but he also outdid Scheckter in the I'll get fresh tyres and reel you in game.
Yeah,
So
that's right. He
won
did.
that battle. Yeah.
I think I mean, he also chose the right tyre, I reckon. He started on wets and Scheckter started on slicks.
Yeah.
So I think Villeneuve was able to get a bit of a bit of a gap up so that he had enough to catch Scheckter. So I had the same as you, Louis. I had
Yeah.
Jerry third, Scheckter second, and Villeneuve first. And yeah, great drive in challenging conditions, and he really got the first because he had the good tyre strategy
Yeah.
and
Fair enough.
ended up winning. Yep.
Mm.
So after three races, we've got Lafitte on 48, Villeneuve catching him now on 24, and Depailler on 20.
That's interesting. And
One
it's
more?
interesting to watch this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll definitely do a couple more, actually. But I was going to say, it's
Okay.
interesting to see. All of us reading this and listening to this should know Scheckter won the championship. But it's interesting to see this mirrors pretty much the real championship. The Scheckter's nowhere at this stage, sort of.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So this is race 4, the United States West Grand Prix.
This is
Villeneuve
not
took.
my fault that this is so long. A lot of stuff happens in this one. All right,
Okay.
keep going.
Villeneuve took pole. Reutemann was second, while Scheckter was third, ahead of Depailler and Lafitte. So the starting procedure was a mess, with Reutemann being forced to start from the pits half a lap behind. I remember this, because of an electrical failure. Villeneuve then overshot his good position when he did the formation lap, is that what it's called? And decided to lead the field around again. Remember, this is the era where there's no pit radio. And Depailler tricked him to do that, apparently. When the grid arrived on the grid, when the drivers arrived on the grid for the second time, Lafitte's car locked up and turned sideways, and so Villeneuve led half the field around again, the rest having been stopped by officials. The leaders then had to weave through back markers to take up their positions. So we haven't even got to the race yet. Finally, the race got underway and Villeneuve took off into the lead with Depailler holding off Scheckter to grab second. Then came Jarier and Andretti. But it was Jarier who was on the move, and he soon overtook both Scheckter and Depailler to run second. Depailler then dropped behind Scheckter, and the Ferrari driver then attacked Jarier, and then finally on lap 27 he moved to second. The two Ferraris were out ahead, and interest now centred on the battle for third, with Jarier under pressure from Depailler. Andretti and Jones, Jones managed to get ahead of Andretti, and then all three overtook Jarier. Then Jones was challenging Depailler himself. On lap 62, he got ahead, but it wasn't enough to catch Villeneuve and Scheckter, who finished 1-2. That was a lot. There was a lot that happened.
But a lot happened.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that made it tricky to choose, to be honest.
yeah.
I had Jarier almost coming to the top three. He did a really, really good race, right? But eventually he didn't cut it, right? He fell backwards at the end of the race. But what's interesting, I put Scheckter, even though he did a really strong drive and finished second, right? But I put him third because I thought Alan Jones did a better race. He started
10th.
outside of the top 6, right? And he finished third, right? So imagine if he had a better position when started, who knows what would have happened. And then Villeneuve has to be first. There's kind of no challenge for him entering this race. So yeah, those are my top 3.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. So
boring, Luigi. What's happening?
This is weird, you two.
Yeah. And just a reminder, we don't work together. We do these picks independently.
Yeah, you did it totally blind because I didn't put Nachos in the spreadsheet until after you'd done yours, Louis, and you hide yours, so I don't open it up until the end.
And so I had Scheckter beaten by his teammate by quite a margin, by about 30 seconds. So that's why he's not second. Jones from 10th to 3rd, a gritty and strong drive, not in the new Williams. So he's still driving the old Williams. And Villeneuve, that was his first pole position, actually, this race. And he had quite a messy race to deal with, so that was impressive. And he's showing Scheckter, his elder teammate, the way. Not much elder, by the way, only a couple of years older. But still, he showed his teammate he was the boss 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, no, well, I can't argue with you guys because I had the same, except I also found space for Jarier. I needed to put him in there, so I actually put him in there as equal second with Jones. So I had Scheckter third for the same reasons, really, beaten by his teammate. I mean, it's a good drive, but he started in the top. Well, he started up there, didn't he? So it wasn't that big a drive. And then, I had Jones and I put Jarier equal with Jones. He started 7th. He got up to second as Jarier in that Tyrrell.
Yeah,
and he had
really
car
did well.
issues. Yeah, the car issues pushed him down to 6th. He still finished in the points. And then Villeneuve, I think, again, first pole, fastest lap, win and led every lap. So can't go past that for number 1.
No, I sort of agree. I think I should have put Jarier in too. I agree.
Yeah. All right. So after 4 races, we've got Lafitte and Villeneuve equal now on 48 points. Scheckter third on 30 and Depailler 4th on 20.
Okay.
All right.
So
we're off to Spain.
So Lafitte took pole position from Depailler.
Aren't I doing this one?
Are you doing the odds, are you? I forgot. Yes, you're doing the odds, so apologies.
Luigi just takes over everything.
I saw this really short blurb, but I thought, I want to take that.
I want to read this one. Lafitte took pole position from Depailler. Villeneuve was 3rd quickest with Andretti 4th in the new Lotus. Scheckter was 5th in his Ferrari with Lauda and Piquet 6th and 7th. At the start, Depailler took the lead from Lafitte, while Villeneuve tried to challenge the Ligiers and dropped behind the fast-starting Reutemann. Keen to win back his place, Villeneuve spun and dropped down the order. Lafitte tried to find a way past Depailler, but eventually missed a gear and blew up his engine in what we called a rookie mistake. This left Reutemann second with Scheckter third until lap 60 when he dropped behind Lauda. The Austrian, as in Lauda, then went out with an engine failure, matching Piquet's early exit. So Scheckter again regained the position, only to lose it a few laps later to Andretti. So Depailler won ahead of the Lotus pair of Reutemann and Andretti, while Scheckter had to settle for fourth place, with Jarier fifth and Pironi sixth. Interesting finish there. Over to you, Nacho.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think I do like to put a car failure on my third. It's just like one of those things I really like. So I'm gonna put Niki Lauda on third position. Like, he was really fast. I mean, the fastest non-Lotus Leger before the car kind of blew up. So he's gonna get my number 3. Second goes to Carlos. Really good start, good defensive driver in a kind of an older car, I'd say at this point.
It's still the
Luigi,
old car, I think. Yeah.
And you said, Luigi, this was gonna get even worse for him, so might as well put some points out there.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is gonna be Depailler, led from the start, and outlasted his teammate. So yeah, that's my top 3.
I like. I won't say too much until it's my turn, but I have no concerns, no notes.
Yeah, no notes. I mean, I had Jarier in third, actually, mainly because I was impressed with his drive from 12th to 5th, and he beat his teammate in the other Tyrrell, who's Pironi, who's a very good driver. So I think Jarier is a bit of an underrated driver, like a top tier B grade, So
It's
Would
like,
that put him in a podium, though?
yeah, but
Like fifth position?
I was just impressed. Like, you have to look at who's ahead of him: the Lotus, Ligier, and Ferrari.
Yeah,
He's in a Tyrrell well past its prime.
Isn't this about who would have actually finished in the top 3? Not like fantasy.
Well, it's a little bit of fantasy, though.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. So I had the next two are pretty obvious. Reutemann was second. He was in the older Lotus. They did try the Lotus 80, which was the new one, but that wasn't that great. And went from 8th to 2nd. So a really good, solid result in not realizing that he'd joined a great team at a bad time yet. And Depailler first. Solid win, taking his second ever win, and doing a really good job, as you'd have to call Depailler at this stage of the number 2 in the team because his teammates won the first 2 races. But when your team leader has a bad day for whatever reason, you want this to happen. You want your backup driver to win the race, and he did the job when it counted.
Yeah, I have no. I mean, Jarier is a bit of a stretch, but I actually had the same as Nacho. I had Lauda third. He made it into third. In the race before his car let him down. And this is still the old Brabham, I think, at this stage. So, well, it's the new Brabham, but I think still with their Alpha, not with the Ford engine.
Yeah.
And then, the top 2, I had the same as you guys. I had Reutemann second and Depailler first. And he did it again. He did it in the Lotus 79. So and he's showing up his teammate big time.
His defending champion teammate.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And just to mention, I mentioned it in the recap podcast, but Lauda only gets 4 points for the entire year. So here he is in third. And we know he's up there quite a bit this year. He just doesn't finish.
his car doesn't back him up. That's right.
Yeah, not at all.
All right. So after 5 races, we have Lafitte on 48 with Villeneuve again on 48. So neither of them got points this race. Depayer's on 44 and Reutemann is on 34.
Pretty tight.
All right. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might leave it there and come back with I don't know. Is it going to be 3? It's episode 2. We'll do part 2. We'll see how far we can get through part 2
It's going to be
next time.
It's going to be a 3-parter. Let's see how we go.
All right. Okay. See you then, everyone.
Bye.